Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today's video is a super fun one. This is my first try at using a textured paste on my card. Today I will be using the Seafoam Glitz Glitter Gel by Stamp. We will be creating a beautiful textured background and a cute little snowman for our card today. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my videos. Let's take a look at the products that I will be using in today's video, all of which are part of the Stamp January 2022 card kit. I have an A2 size panel from the soft navy cardstock, the scattered snowflake stencil, Seafoam Glitz Glitter Gel, and this Ranger palette knife which was part of the December 2021 card kit. Let's get started with creating our beautiful textured background. For this, I will be using my VR Memory Keepers glass mat. The glass mat is very easy to clean up as compared to my cutting mat. I aligned my cardstock to the stencil. To keep the stencil in place, I held the cardstock with some temporary purple tape onto the stencil. Once the cardstock and the stencil are properly aligned onto each other, I will go ahead and fix the entire assembly onto my glass mat using some painter's tape. This is to make sure that the stencil or the cardstock doesn't move or shift while I'm applying the Glitz Glitter Gel all over it. Okay, now let's start creating a beautiful textured background. For this, I will start with smearing the gel onto the stencil cardstock assembly. I took a blob of the paste and applied it onto one end of the cardstock. I can drag the paste down to get an even coverage of the paste all over my cardstock to get a beautiful textured background. This is the first time I'm making a background using some form of gel or a paste. So any crafty friends out there, if you have any suggestions for a better way of application, or if you have any tips or tricks for using a paste on my background, please let me know in the comment section below. You can definitely use ink blending or your sprays along with these stencils. I will leave a link down in the description box for videos where I created stencil backgrounds using my distress inks and sprays. Once I'm satisfied with the coverage, I went ahead and slowly peeled out the stencil. I took my time to separate the stencil from the cardstock as I didn't want any kind of smudging of the paste around the snowflake background pattern. I love how beautiful this background looks. Well, some of the paste that is left on the stencil can be easily washed under regular tap water. I didn't need any kind of soap or warm water for that. The paste came off very easily. As for the background panel, I took my glass mat along with the textured background and let it completely dry before I could use it on my pre-folded card base. I gave it some time to dry while I went on to working on some other projects. About an hour later, my background panel was completely dry, and just take a look at the amazing textured background. The little bumps and lifts around the stencil snowflakes looks stunning. The cardstock did warp a little, but since I was using a heavyweight cardstock, I guess it could be easily flattened out. I would not use the paste on a lighter weight cardstock, I guess. Now that our background is ready, we can assemble it onto a 110-pound white pre-folded card base. But before that, we will work on the sentiment and the focal point. I stamped and heat embossed the snowy greeting sentiments from the Warmest Wishes stamp set. I decided to round the edges of my sentiment strip. For this, I used the corner punch to create the rounded corners on my sentiment strip. Let's now work on our focal point. In my previous video, I had mentioned that I stamped and cut out a bunch of these little snow people and trees from the same stamp set. This definitely saved so much of my time. All I had to do was choose the perfect snowman for my focal point. I decided to go with this little snowman in his little red jacket. I stuck the sentiment using my strong double-sided tape and added some foam tape to the snowman for some extra dimension. Before I adhered this panel onto the pre-folded cardstock, I went ahead and added some glam to our snowflakes. I'm using these pink gems from Studio G. These are self-adhesive gems, strong enough to hold themselves on the textured background. I didn't even have to use any kind of glue to hold them down. Just take a look at this beautiful textured background. Now that our panel is ready, I went ahead and added a strong double-sided adhesive and fixed the background panel onto a 100-pound pre-folded card base in the shade White Dove. Let's add some sparkle to our card. I'm using the Spectrum Noir glitter brush pen to add shine to our sentiment strip and the little snowman. Here's a look at the finished card. I love how it turned out. I'm in love with this glitter gel. I plan on making a bunch of cards using this product, and I can't wait to try out using other stencil designs. I hope you had fun watching today's video and got inspired. Tag me on my Instagram at rp_shutterbug with fun pictures of your projects. Also, mention your thoughts about today's video and some card ideas and techniques that you would like to see in my future videos in the comment section below. Thanks again for joining me today. I would love for you to become a subscriber to my channel, and if you do subscribe, make sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the next time I post. Until next time, stay safe.